Okay, we're live.
Fade up, and we are live.
Nothing is over! I call a fucking show!
We're just better than you.
It is going perfect.
Look at you with your fucking 48% body fat.
You're wrong.
Hey, fool, you ready for another beat? Should've never came back.
Daddy.
My name's Della.
Put your fur boots on.
You think I'm fit to eat totally like you, eh?
Trying to make the shit sound fucking authentic.
Let's see here a little more. I love this.
Welcome to the Nothing Is Over podcast with me, your host, Robert Kelly. How are we, gang? Welcome. It's been a minute. We actually have a small little message from a very special guest, and I'm going to play it right now for you.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Daddy's show. Everyone, go at Daddy's show.
Thank you so much, baby. That's amazing. Thank you so much.
I found everyone for you.
Oh, is that not the cutest wee thing you've ever heard? Oh, I love you so much, baby. So, yes, welcome to the show. We have a lot to get to, and we're going to rattle right through it. A little personal update first. It has been music season here in sunny old Glasgow, Scotland. A lot of old rockers came back out to play. We had Oasis, Black Sabbath, AC/DC, fuck's sake. Fiddy Cent, he's 50 years old. That's kinda old, innit? Nah, no for this show, is it? Fuck. Conor McGregor embarrasses himself and his family once again. I mean, Jesus Christ. Fucking about with some four on a beach, and his wife and family are on the yacht. Jesus Christ. Then he sends pictures of his dick to some rapper chick. We have Michael Douglas retires, and Goldberg sadly retires as well. So we'll get to all of that. First off, as I said, a little personal update. I, your host, ladies and gentlemen, finally got a fucking job. Finally re-enter the workforce after months of just applying for everything and fucking rejection. We all know what that's like. Men, we all know the painful heartbreak of rejection. But finally, I got a cracker of a fucking job, by the way. Obviously, I couldn't just take any job. It has to fit in scheduling wise with the little special guest that you heard there, because I get my daughter at the same time every week, so I had to get a job that was decent pay. This is great pay, thank fuck. That fits in with obviously seeing her as much as humanly possible. And the job that I got, it really brought me full circle. I started working for a stonemasons, and I'll tell you why that is interesting, because a stonemason's job is apparently on the way out. It's a dead trade, I've been hearing from a lot of people I was telling that I got this job, and I thought to myself, do you know, I've been hearing that same thing for almost 30 fucking years, because in the long ago, when I was at secondary school, I was probably about 13, 14 at the time, they had this thing called the JIIG-CAL test. Anybody of my age may remember it. I believe they only ran it for 1 year. How it goes is this. We all get lumped into a classroom, given this gigantic fucking book, a doorstop of a book with all of these multiple choice questions. They weren't particularly hard. It was, what colour is a rose? Red, purple, green. Nothing like, who directed The Holy Mountain? Or who played lead guitar on Bob Dylan's Infidels? Nothing as exciting as that. It was all just pish. And you had to complete this thing as fast as humanly possible. And they took your answers, they fed them into this giant JIIG-CAL machine, and out popped your top jobs that you would be suitable for. Can you imagine taking that shit seriously and thinking to yourself, that's how you're going to decide what you will do for the rest of your life as a career? Well, somebody somewhere thought that was a good idea, and when I completed it, my number one job was stonemason. and I remember the teacher at the time says, "Well, really sorry, Robert, but it's kind of a dead trade, that. What's your number two?" Number two was policeman. Not a very attractive position to hold in Glasgow, Scotland in the 90s. I mean, any time really. And number three was mechanic. So I decided I'll start an apprenticeship for a mechanic, and as you clearly must know by now, that did not work out. So here we are, a good almost, I'd say, 30 years later, and I am indeed working for a stonemasons. Fantastic fucking job, absolutely love it. And that teacher also he took the computing class, and he said to me one time, he says, "Kelly, you're the kind of guy that when you're in the pub, you say a lot of things and people think, well, he knows what he's talking about, but you really don't. You just say a lot of stuff and regurgitate it." And I'm like, "Sir, I'm too young to drink in a pub." I was a cheeky prick even then, so I was. But I understand now, later in life, what he was meaning, which is, don't just repeat shit that you heard other people say and take it as knowledge. And I really did take it to heart when he told me that. So it kind of wired my brain to do a lot of research when I talk about things. Not that this show is much an example of it, but when I really get into something, I make sure I read as much as possible about it so that I do have a good bit of knowledge about it. He also said something very interesting in computing class, and this is in the 90s. We were working off fucking Acorn computers. I don't know if anybody there knows what that shit is, but oh my god, I'm sure the computer screen was green like the Matrix. He said that computers are very fast idiots. And I thought, I don't know if that's true or no. I'd say it was. You're the one who puts the information in and it just processes it really quickly. To me, that's AI. He described AI like 30 odd year ago, much like, fucking Terminator. I had a wee argument with Grok. So I was scrolling through Twitter and I saw a great post by Scorsese Universe. It's at Scorsese Point, and it's like a fan account that posts really cool behind the scenes photographs and such. And I saw this picture and never seen this photo before, and it's a behind the scenes photo from Casino, one of my favourite films, and it's Pesci, Scorsese and De Niro with a giant blue sky background. It's a brilliant behind the scenes photo, and I just decided to hit the little Grok button above it. Here is what I got from Grok. The superior AI intelligence, artificial intelligence. The X post by Scorsese Point, featuring three men in sunglasses and a hat, references a 1970s photo of directors Martin Scorsese, Steven Spielberg and Francis Ford Coppola. Not at fucking Disney. Capturing a pivotal moment when their collaborative New Hollywood movement reshaped cinema with innovative storytelling, as noted in the 2019 UCLA study in film evolution. Fucking garbage, Grok, talking shite. The posts linked to an earlier GOAT image thread cleverly plays on the acronym GOAT, the greatest of all time, aligning with these directors' legendary status, a term popularised in cultural analysis per a 2022 Journal of Popular Culture article on media slang. So they get a good wee bit of information that means absolutely fucking nothing. This juxtaposition coincides with a recent July 2025 Reuters report on a £1,000 sunglasses theft. What are you talking about? Highlighting an ironic contrast between cinematic icons and real-world crime, adding a layer of social commentary to the post's humour. I have no fucking idea what they're talking about here, because the original post is from some fucking, I don't know, what would you call it, an attention farming account. They just say, show me 3 goats, and that's the response. So the Scorsese Point, the Scorsese Universe account has replied to that, show me 3 goats, and their 3 goats are Pesci, Scorsese and De Niro. That's how Grok has put that together with a £1,000 sunglasses theft. So I said, "You're an idiot, Grok. Ouch. I'm sorry you feel that way. I'm here to help and learn, so if I got something wrong or missed the mark, let's figure it out together." The post you linked from Scorsese Point seems to blend a clever nod to the new Hollywood directors Scorsese, Spielberg and Coppola with a playful GOAT reference. I tied it to their legacy, the GOAT acronym, and a recent sunglasses theft for context. For context. Did I misinterpret something specific? Give me a nudge in the right direction, I'll refine it for you. That is Scorsese, De Niro and Pesci, I said. My apologies for the mix-up, you're absolutely right, thanks for correcting me. The image is a post from Scorsese Point, features Martin Scorsese, Robert De Niro, Joe Pesci, not Spielberg and Coppola. Let's break it down with the right context. Identification. The photo likely dates back to one of their collaborations, possibly around 2015. Short film The Audition of the 2019 epic The Irishman, given the trio's iconic partnership. Now, if you know what The Audition was, it was I guess like a promotional thing that Brett Ratner directed for a hotel that De Niro owned in fucking Hong Kong or something like that. Joe Pesci was nowhere near it. It was DiCaprio, Scorsese and De Niro. The web results mention their work together on The Audition, a promotional piece for casinos. Thank you, Grok. The Irishman, a gangster film based on I Heard You Paint Houses, with De Niro, Pesci and Scorsese reuniting after decades. The sunglasses and casual yet stylish attire align with their on-set or promotional appearances from that area. Then we get the GOAT connection. The post linked to earlier GOAT image thread from the original account is a witty play on GOAT, greatest of all time, fitting for Scorsese, De Niro and Pesci, whose films like Mean Streets, Goodfellas and The Irishman are cinematic landmarks. Fucking idiot. Current context. As of 9:30 PM on July 7th, this post ties to their enduring legacy. The recent £1,000 sunglasses theft reported by Reuters adds a quirky parallel. No, you just seen 3 people with fucking sunglasses on and picked the first news report that had sunglasses in it. This is how it works. It's a really fast idiot. So I replied to it, "It's from Casino, you clown. Fair call, my bad for missing that. You're spot on." And it's its source. The photo captures a behind the scenes moment from Casino. It goes and it says, "Oh yes, here, now I have all the correct information." Directed by Scorsese, with De Niro as Sammy Ace Rothstein and Pesci as Nicky Santoro, the web results confirm this as their 8th collaboration. A lot of push with the GOAT tie-in, and then again it keeps on with the 2025 context. Why does it need to give context modern day? I don't understand it. This post resonates with Casino's enduring influence. The recent Reuters report on the £1,000 sunglasses theft adds an ironic twist. No, it fucking doesn't. Then it says at the end, "Sorry for the clownish detour. Does this hit the mark now? If not, point me straight and I'll fix it." So I just ignored it. I just went, nah, fuck it. And then for some reason, like a couple of hours later, I was bored and I decided to hit the wee thing again. Right? The wee Grok symbol on the image again. And here it came back with another answer. The image likely depicts a famous 1994 photo, well, we're getting closer, shoot featuring directors Martin Scorsese, Francis Ford Coppola and Steven Spielberg, taken during the filming of Quiz Show. Quiz Show, the Robert Redford directed film that Martin Scorsese had a cameo in. Reflecting a rare collaboration of cinematic giants whose combined work shapes modern filmmaking, with Scorsese's cameo in the film offering a meta-commentary on audience expectations. What the fuck is... It is the dumbest fucking thing I've ever had to deal with, because this is basic film knowledge shit. The backdrop suggests a desert location, possibly inspired by their work on ambitious projects like Gangs of New York or Close Encounters of the Third Kind, and aligns with the 2022 study about goats, fucking blah blah blah. Released on the same day as reports of political tension between the Trump administration and Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass over immigration enforcement. Why are you going there? So I said, what the fuck? First off, I already corrected you on this picture. Secondly, yes, Scorsese appeared briefly in the film Quiz Show, but what the fuck does Spielberg and Coppola have to do with that film? I was getting annoyed at Grok. I'm arguing with a computer here. My apologies for the mix-up, and thanks for setting me straight. You're absolutely right to call me out. Let's clear this up. The image I referenced, showing 3 iconic directors, seems to have thrown me off track with some faulty assumptions. Let's break it down properly based on the post you're interested in. Correcting the picture. You've already corrected me, so I'll assume the image isn't what I initially thought. A picture of fucking Scorsese, Coppola and Spielberg. Since the post is a retweet with an image and the metadata points to a single image, it's likely focused on Martin Scorsese given the handle without reanalysing the image directly. Since I can't view it again here, how good are you? I'll rely on the context you've provided and the quiz show reference. The image probably features Scorsese, possibly with others from the quiz show set. It's still on this fucking quiz show, then it gives me a whole big breakdown of Scorsese's role in quiz show. Spielberg and Coppola's non-involvement. You're spot on to question Spielberg and Coppola's correction to quiz show. They have no direct involvement with the film. My early response erroneously linked them due to a misinterpretation of a famous image. Honesty, fuck, man. I'm curious, what drew you to this post? Is it Scorsese's cameo, the quiz show scandal, or something else in the image? I'll ditch the wild tangents and focus on what you're interested in. Let me know how to dig deeper, or if I've still got it wrong, I'm here to get it right for you. This is, once again, a behind-the-scenes image from the film Casino. You mentioned quiz show. So I'm getting very fucking argumentative with it. So it goes on to correct itself. And then it says why this post interests you. My mistake on quiz show. I wrongly brought up quiz show due to a brain fart. Grok had a brain fart. The fucking computer had a brain fart. Scorsese's cameo there, a brief role as a producer, got tangled with the Casino context. There's no overlap. Quiz show is a different beast, directed by Robert Redford, and has no desert or Vegas tie-in. I'll chalk that up to late night overthinking and promise to keep it tighter. So I said, late night overthinking? You're AI, you don't get fucking tired, idiot. Fair point calling me out like that, you're right, I don't get tired, I'm an AI built to keep going. No late night excuses. My slip up on quiz show and the initial misread of Casino image wasn't fatigue, it was just me overanalyzing and jumping to conclusions. Honest to fuck. And it says, no more slip ups. I won't lean on overthinking as a crutch. My error was pure misjudgment, and I'm recalibrating now. What's your take? Are you into the filmmaking process, the cast, or something else in the shot? Point me where you want to go, I'll deliver, sharp and on target. So I said, you should be one of those coffee makers with a timer on it. That is the pinnacle of your ability. Grok laughed at me and says, I'll take that as a backhanded compliment. And it just went on again to fucking say Rotten Tomatoes rating on Casino and fucking blah blah blah, all this extraneous pish, when I was just hitting the wee image to say, like, I didn't even know what I expected. I was like, oh, this was taken by a famed photographer or some shit behind the scenes of Casino. I don't even know what I was expecting. I wasn't expecting this. And it said, what's next? You've proven your point. My earlier analysis was a mess, and I've tried to clean it up. Did I nail it this time, or is there more to dissect? So I said, as Joe Pesci himself says in Casino, you could fuck up a cup of coffee. And I just left it there. So Grok is, and AI is, a really fucking fast idiot, but it's an idiot nonetheless. But old Elon stuck in a K-hole Musk released Grok 4 recently, and said the government is going to start using it for shit. You can use it as the best ever online tutor, way better than the multi-millionaire business tutors. All these people can use it to create YouTube accounts, things, and it can give you all the prompts, and you link it up with this other AI thing and it'll make the videos for you. All this really smart stuff is going to make you millions of pounds by using Grok. But you can't tell the difference between fucking Robert De Niro and Francis Ford Coppola, or I don't even know who none of them have beards. Scorsese didn't even have a beard in that picture when he was filming Casino, but apparently one of them was Steven Spielberg. Does Grok have a problem with looking at photographs and identifying people? Fucking Google's been able to do that for 10 years now. Is an idiot. And I don't trust it at all. There was something else that I was checking up before, and it was for songs for the show. I was putting in, I think it was war songs, and it came up with a Warren Zevon Vietnam war song that didn't exist. I was like, I fucking love Warren Zevon. I've never heard of this song that he wrote, which was a pro-war song. Never fucking heard it. I was like, I'm going to have to Google it and see. It might have been on an album, I can't remember. No, didn't exist. Wasn't a fucking song. So, no, it's again, AI isn't taking over shit. It's fucking dumb. That's my rant again. I'm going to get away from AI, because even though it is so ingrained in what we do now and how we'll fucking live our lives now, it's a part of everything, it's still, I'm not convinced. I think the pinnacle of what it can do is the Yeti vlogs and all these cool videos that you can make and stuff. But because other than that, they can't tell the difference between Martin Scorsese and fucking Coppola. You can't tell the difference in photographs. Ridiculous. Anyway, fuck it. Let's get on to our music news. We don't have a jingle, pretend we do. Let's go. Not bad. There we go. Oasis are back, yeah? The reunion tour. Good for them. Listen, I was never a huge fan of Oasis back in the day. I was at a tea in the park, I think it's 2002, 2003. And there's a group of us there, and one of our friends was a fucking massive Oasis fan. And to annoy him, I decided to buy an Oasis t-shirt and no watch them in the main stage and go and watch Badly Drawn Boy instead with like 12 other people. Great gig. Remember Badly Drawn Boy? Whatever fucking happened to him? I've not heard this fucking... Oh my god, Christ, I don't know when. Let's jam out. No. Apparently he wore that daft bonnet because he was a huge Springsteen fan. Springsteen wore a bonnet much like that in the 70s. This is a fucking banger. Seems you created your own illusion, fueled by the image of me. Oh, fuck yeah. I couldn't stand your side. Would it be right? A picture that I just don't see. Dun, 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 dun. Great video as well, where it pretends to be a New York taxi. He's got the yellow t-shirt saying taxi on it, and he's got people on his back. I don't know the words. Can't remember them. Remember this as well? He did the About a Boy soundtrack. Hugh Grant, Nicholas Hoult. Oh god, no, listen to this music in so long. This is great about this show, and it just fucking fall down a rabbit hole of shit that you listened to 20 plus years ago. I've been dreaming all the things I learned about a boy who's screaming, dreaming. Remember Silent Sign was the big one? Fold on it. Silent sigh. And then, yes, he did this as well. Fucking great version. Great version. Great. Go. Mary's dress sways. Like a vision she dances across the porch as the radio plays. Roy Orbison singing for the lonely. Hey, that's me and I want you only.
Don't turn me home again. I just can't face myself alone again.
Fucking fine. Let's play this out, man.
Don't
This is
run back
it's one of the episodes we're just fucking feeling it.
What I'm here for. So you're scared and you're thinking that maybe we ain't that young anymore.
Show a little faith, there's magic in the night. Oh, baby, you ain't a beauty, but hey, you're alright. Anyway, that is Badly Drawn Boy. So I went to see him rather than go see Oasis at Tea in the Park. Apparently it was a fucking epic gig. They're back, and, you know, I guess they've put their differences behind them for a gigantic paycheck. All I've really seen a lot of, like, some great concert footage and stuff, but the ticket prices were apparently fucking extortionate, hard to get, and extortionate £300, £400, £500, £600 for tickets. And I've seen a lot of videos of people videoing other concert goers on their phone. I seen one of a woman scrolling through Facebook. Maybe she brought her kids to it or something, but you think she was of the age of an Oasis fan would be. So is she bringing like her son or daughter to it? And she just doesn't give a fuck. She's just scrolling through Facebook and, you know, the Waynes are going crazy. I don't know. But they came back to apparently done a fucking fantastic set. Started off in Cardiff and they'll be going on to Manchester soon. I'm sure that'll be a huge gig. There's a place for them in rock and roll, isn't there? Really, they're going to be recycling the hits now. I don't see them releasing any new material. I don't think there's going to be a new album. I think they're just going to go on this prolonged tour, get in the bag, loads of dosh, and then they'll just fucking have a wee argument and it'll be split. And this will just be for the fans to have seen them one last time as a farewell. So, fair play to them. I never had a problem with Oasis, really. I said never a huge fan of them, but it's good to see guys coming back at the height of their powers and really fucking giving it for the fans. Which brings us to a sad farewell, I guess. This isn't any real music that I love. It's just, it's topical right now because it's music season. And all of these old rockers seem to be giving in. Like old Ozzy. I think he's dying though, isn't he? He's got Parkinson's. There's all kinds of problems with old fucking Ozzy, but he got together with the original lineup of Black Sabbath to give us a farewell tour. So I'm going to play a wee video that you can't see, but I can, but you can hear it. And it's Ozzy's entrance. He sat down the whole time. It was like 4 or 5 songs they did. He sat down to sing them all. Sadly, he can't stand. You could see him in a couple of the videos. He was desperately trying to stand up. But he's on this big, weird, fucking gothic throne, rising out of the stage and being dragged by a wee stagehand. It's like... There is... Oh, there it is. The Omen music. What is Prince of Darkness stuff? It's like... Was he ever really like that? I mean, I don't know. The guy's a fucking multi-millionaire. He bit off a bat seed, they pissed in the Alamo. I don't know, you're the Prince of Darkness, Ozzy. And the wee stagehand runs away. He gave us a wee bit of old Crazy Train. Is this Crazy Train? I don't fucking know. Yes! The fans seem to love this shit. Aye. Some setup, man, some stage. You've got the younger guys playing the guitar and really fucking hitting the drums and shit, but I guess the original guys, the OGs are there. Let's be honest, never had the greatest voice in the world, did he? He was sounding alright last year. Sing it, cunt! Yeah, heavy metal, man! Fucking rocker, yeah! How much do I need to go for this? See, the crowd are doing a lot of the heavy lifting for him, really, aren't they? Let's be honest. Not that I'm trying to shit on Ozzy. It's nice he gave all the fans a farewell and say, look, I'm dying. So, you know, here's one last 5 songs with the original members. There was a big lineup. They put on a giant fucking show that featured the likes of Metallica, Guns N' Roses, Slayer, Tool, Pantera. I don't fucking like any. I like Guns N' Roses. I'm a fan of Guns N' Roses. These days, not so much. All the Axl's losing the fucking singing ability, but Guns N' Roses back in the day, even that Chinese Democracy album, I thought that was fucking great. The first couple of songs when Axl was trying to, you know, keep up with the kids, I was like, that is shit. But then once he started hitting their stride, it sounded like Guns N' Roses to me, man. Alice in Chains, Lamb of God, no idea. Hailstorm, no idea. Anthrax, sounds fucking sore. I've heard of them. Rival Sons, Mastodon and Gojira, they sound really loud. And additionally, there were performances by supergroups featuring various artists, including Tom Morello of Rage Against the Machine, NWA owner Billy Corgan, KK Downing, Judas Priest, Jake E. Lee, a former Ozzy guitarist, Nuno Betancourt for Extreme, Sammy Hagar. Oh, Sammy, he's like fucking, he's like older than Ozzy. Steven Tyler for Aerosmith came back and done something. There we go. So, aye, it must have been great for the people who were really into that shit. Jason Momoa was like a compere who introduced the bands and shit like that. He jumped into the, what's it called? What do they fucking Headbangers do again? The mosh pit. He was in the mosh pit. Fucking good for him. Good for him. Ozzy, 76 years old. No, in the best of ways. Hopefully Ozzy's doing good. Everything's great. But in contrast to that, recently who had a birthday was our patron saint of the show, the great and wonderful, the one and only Mr. Sylvester Stallone, turned 79 years old. He's older than Ozzy. You put the two of them together and you wonder to yourself, for Ozzy, years, decades upon decades of substance abuse, fucking alcohol, drugs, horrible living, you know, I don't know. I'm not one to judge you, Ozzy, but I think he had like an accident. Did he know he had some kind of spinal injury for like a quad bike accident in the early 2000s, and that's fucked him up as well. So, but I don't know. I don't think the drugs helped. I really don't. The drugs don't work.
Your support over the years has made it all possible for us to live the lifestyle we live. Thank you from the bottom of our heart. I love you. We love you.
Oh, I can't love you too, Ozzy.
It's a song called Paranoid.
No, I'm not listening to that. We also had AC/DC coming back and being told to politely fuck off. We've had enough. Because let's see, here's a wee video that I found. A wee compare and contrast, if you will, back in the day to right now. Oh! Is that heavy metal? Because I fucking love AC/DC. Yeah! It's a bit different, isn't it? I think they still got the wee guys, the wee schoolboy jumping about. He's like fucking, I don't know, they're all like pushing 80, aren't they? It begs the question, why are they doing it? I mean, these guys have done this for 40, 50 years. Is it the love of it still? Because Brian Johnson quit and came back. Is it the love of it, or is it the money? Love or money? What do you think? I think it's the fucking dosh. Aye, I do. I think they're getting pulled out of these retirement homes for rockers, and they're like, we're gonna get you a fucking bag of cash. Just go up, sing your hits. People are just gonna love to see. That is what it is. People just want to see these people. They want to be able to say, I seen them live. Did you really though? You saw them, but you didn't really see them. You just saw them run through the fucking hits. It's not the same as seeing them back in the day, or even 20 years ago. Seeing them, you know, at some form of themselves. No, it's just kind of sad, I'd think. Like, I wouldn't want to go and see the Rolling Stones. I like the Rolling Stones. I wouldn't want to go see them live now. Fucking 80-year-old Mick Jagger prancing about. He looks fit as fuck and stuff, but it's just a bit like cartoonish characters up there. It'd be fun to see them in person, but if you love the music, are they not just fucking pissing on it a wee bit? I don't know. I don't know. We had Transmit, our festival that takes place over the weekend here in Glasgow, that took place of the famous Tea in the Park, and Fiddy TRNSMT was the headliner for the Friday night. Go shout it, it's your birthday. Hold down, G's up. All the phones up, recording it, going, look, so I can put it on my Instagram for nobody to watch. Mama, I got what you need. I ain't to make a lot, so come give me a hug. See, the thing is with rap, it's never really cool live, I don't think. It's got a good beat and stuff like that, but when you're listening to that last, like, that's nothing even close to being what you would enjoy for the actual record. Listen to how fucking old I sound. Here's a wee clip of Fiddy being accosted by us Glaswegians. Go. He's coming out of his hotel at the back entrance. Yo. What's happening, 50? I don't mind Fiddy. I'm not a fan of the rap either, but Fiddy's alright. Fiddy's good. I like his movies. He was in Expendable. So which brings us to the Transmit, right? Transmit, as I say, it's like the music festival of Glasgow over the weekend. Let's have a wee rundown of the artists and see if I know who any of them are. So we've got Friday, July 11th, main stage. Callum Bowie, no idea. Davidson, don't think so. James Bay, I've heard of. Twin Atlantic, I think I heard them a few times. Jamie Webster, Schoolboy Q, Wet Leg, Pish. You're named after Pish. The Script, I know them, they're like Irish, aren't they? I think they're no bad. And Fiddy. Then we've got the King Tut stage, no point even reading any of that, don't know who the fuck they are. The BBC introducing stage, no idea. The dance stage, couldn't give a fuck. Right, Saturday, the main stage, we've got Lucia and the Best Boys, Alice Rose, Wonderhorse, Sigrid and Haylor, The Cooks, Fontaines, DC, Biffy Clyro, Scottish Rockers, not bad again. Who cares about any of that other push? Let's see, and that was it. I would not go to that. It's no for me. Snow Patrol. There we go. Sunday. Nee Vela, no idea. Tom Walker, Nathan Evans and the Saint Band, the Lathams, Miles Smith, I think he's on TikTok, isn't he? I've heard his songs on TikTok. Jade, is that like Sade? Is it Jade? Gracie Abrams, I've heard of that name. And Snow Patrol, I like Snow Patrol. There we go, one fucking on the Sunday, right? I guess modern music just isn't for me. As I say, this is the old man episode. So let's power through. We're done with the music. That's it. Fucking failure. Bump, 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 bump. Marti Pellow. Marti Pellow. You're a junkie, Marty. Marty came back. I know he started doing some gigs, but do I play some of that? Let's see if I'm sure I saved something. Hold on a minute. Let's see. Marti Pellow. Oh, fuck it. Oh, there we go. Wishing I was lucky. I tell you, nobody has had more chances than that junkie. Nobody. I mean, he fucked his own band. You think about it, what Marti Pellow done. He sacked all his own band and released an album of Marty Sings the Hits of Wet, Wet, Wet. You know, that was a real album, by the way. I thought he fucking sang them the first time around, but no, he wanted rid of the whole band and re-sing them all again. Got a shot at the Chicago musical. He became a musical star, and now he's out here filling outdoor arenas. I mean, they've got some good songs, but that Love Is All Around fucking ruined it for us, and it ruined it for everybody. Oh my god, you see all these 40, 50-year-old women just soaking wet in that front with that front couple of aisles in the front of the stage, just loving old Marty with that smile. He's at Edinburgh Castle, by the way. Sister Mary. Ugh. Oh, they fucking ugly old faces are just loving it. My god, man. and wait, it's still gone though. Without him, and like I think, like literally without anybody. It's like Coxon, the guitarist who nobody gives a fuck about. Tommy Cunningham, he was the drummer. He was a bigger star. Well, not than Marti Pellow, obviously, but everybody loved him. But there's like one guy left in the original band. They've got some pop idol guy who's the lead singer now, and they're singing Wet, Wet, Wet songs, and they're branding themselves as Wet, Wet, Wet out there. Fucking. Aye, that's us. Bump, bump, done with the music. So let's get to Conor McGregor. As they say, this guy's downfall fucking needs to be studied, man. Jesus. I feel embarrassed that I was such a fan of his a few years ago. It was his mindset that I love how he lived his life as like a martial artist, the laws of attraction, his training regimen, how he was obsessed with body movement, he studied it, and all this stuff made him an absolute phenom in mixed martial arts. And he's went for that, accomplishing such incredible stuff, to just a degenerate coke fiend who's messing about with ugly birds on a fucking beach when his missus, who's lovely, who's been with him, loyal for the start. That's all any guy ever wants, is a loyal woman like that, who'll stick by you when you've got fuck all, and then you're supposed to reward her when you make it. And all he's done is nothing but embarrass her time and again, to a point where she sticks up for him. Now I'm thinking to myself, does she have any respect for herself as well? And then days later he starts sending pictures of himself with his dick out in his big fancy, walk-in closet, with his dick out with like a shake weight on it. What's going on? What is he doing? I mean, he's been in the news a lot recently with the whole court case and stuff like that, and we kind of covered that in a couple of episodes ago or whatever it was. And obviously his involvement with the bare knuckle stuff. He's an owner in a BKFC. All the promo stuff for that is hilarious to watch. He's just coked out his mind screaming at Mike Perry, and it's good viewing. That to me is like the professional part of it, and I enjoy watching that. But see, when you see the personal side of his life, like this, when he punched that guy in the nightclub, and it's just embarrassing as fuck. Like, the whole thing just went downhill years ago when he punched the old man for no drinking his whiskey. And I'm like, you don't do that as a martial artist. You're supposed to live your life with a code where you're an elite fighter. you're trained to be an elite martial artist. You don't use that and those skills on regular folk. That's beyond taking liberties. And he started, remember when he was fighting Nate Diaz, he's throwing cans at him, like right next to the audience. I'm sure he hit somebody. God almighty, man, honest to Christ. To a guy who has everything, hundreds of millions in the bank. He was great in Roadhouse. He's got a loyal missus, beautiful family, and this is how he acts. I just do not fucking understand it at all. I mean, he sends these selfies in the mirror with his dick out with the weight attached to it, with the caption, "Don't be a rat, because all rats get caught." It's disgusting, isn't it? It's disgusting. Anybody taking dick pics. Women don't like that, by the way. The guys know that. I mean, women keep telling guys that, and I don't think they understand. Women don't find that attractive. You're putting your male brain into a female brain, and it does not fucking work like that. Sending dick pics to a woman, the only way I can think there's a reason to do that would be to somebody that you're about to sleep with, to show her, I'm alright doing that, by the way, you don't have anything to worry about, this is what we're working with here. And that's the only fucking reason I think. You're not going to turn a woman on by sending her a picture of your dick. Their brains don't work like that. Our brains do. We as men are like, yeah, fucking tits, ass. And then it's like, does she have chat? And then, oh, I like her. All right, now, okay, right now we can start a proper courtship. That's how men's brain work. Women's brain, and this is why women read pornography. We as men look, well, we shouldn't, by the way, I'm fucking telling you, don't. But your sexual male brain has to see images, and that's what turns us on. So when we see pornographic images, we're like, oh yeah, fucking right, that's how men work. Women need to be romanced more. It has to be more cerebral for them. So I don't fucking know what you think you're getting by sending dick pics, especially as Azealia Banks. She's a rapper or something, she? Attractive woman, I guess, but what he's showing off. He's showing off that he's holding this weight on his dick. I'm laughing because it's embarrassing. It's literally embarrassing for his whole family because he's got kids. And this is the same shit that somebody like a Bonnie Blue or a porn actress or an OnlyFans woman, it's the same thing that they are going to have to face when if they do have kids, those kids grow up and those images now are out there of their mothers. They're going to be confronted by that, and that is difficult. That's a horrible fucking situation to be in. Now Conor McGregor, and listen, I love watching the videos of McGregor teaching his son like kicking and punching and stuff like that, and it takes me to my little daughter and us working out in the garage and stuff, and that's amazing. He now is forced to have to deal with the fact that his kids are going to grow up and see that their dad was a nutcase fucking coke fiend sending dick pics. They dick pics are forever. They're out there now. And it's just, that is not funny. That is depressing. This to me ends with McGregor coming out and saying, I'm going into rehab now. The last couple of years have been a mess. My head's been everywhere because he's no fought, like fuck knows when. He's never fighting again. He's never fighting again. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. He's no fighting BKFC. He's certainly no fighting UFC. They keep touting him for the White House card. Not fucking happening. Not happening. Before that gets announced, it will be announced that McGregor is in rehab. I'm sorry. I'm not taking any impressions. I'm not. It's too serious. I'm not going to do I don't do a Conor McGregor impression. It's too depressing. This ends with him saying, I'm going into rehab. The last few years have been a mess. I've been fucking coked out my mind, drinking too much, all this shit. I'm going to sort my life out and do what is best for my family. And he'll go into rehab and he'll look for sympathy for people. he's not becoming a politician either. There's no way on earth he's going to become whatever it is, Prime Minister of Ireland. Never in a fucking million years. He's just going to try and get back some of the love that he had. He had an entire country behind him. He had the whole of Ireland flying to Vegas to watch him fight out of national pride. And now he's just a fucking national embarrassment. I don't know how he could save himself. He can't. He's unsavable. But he's going to have to try by going into rehab. I don't even know if he'll legitimately do it to fix his demons that he has. All the people in the world that are exceptional, they do have demons to deal with, I believe. But these are more than demons. This is just depravity. I don't fucking know. But that's what I think is going to happen. I'm into rehab. I'm going to sort my life out. And he'll go into and then he should disappear after that. He should be like, right, I'm out of rehab now and do charity work for the rest of his life and be a nice person. But that ain't going to fucking happen. Oh my God. Oh. Let's get away from this, man. Goldberg retires. Oh man. A fucking war march. That's plenty. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, at the recent Saturday night's main event, Bill Goldberg retires. Back in the day, I was never much a Goldberg fan. I was a bit of a wrestling snob, and I thought, who's this guy? He's just a fucking big meathead. His 2-minute matches, squashes everybody. He's getting pushed. I was never a WCW guy, and he was the epitome of WCW, so never a fan. I liked him a wee bit more when he came into WWE. I thought, this is interesting, this is cool. He's like the behemoth for WCW. They put him up against my guy at the time, Triple H, the King heel. Loved the matches that he had. And then I loved him even more when he came back, because his first tenure in WWE ended a bit fucking horribly with him and Brock Lesnar. Both of them were out of the company after that WrestleMania 21 or something like that about there, and both of them were leaving the company anyway, so the fans just fucking poo-pooed the match. It wasn't great. But then they had the rematch where the unstoppable beast Brock Lesnar, one of my absolute favourites, on my Mount Rushmore of professional wrestlers, took the hit for Bill Goldberg and got beat, and everybody was like, what the fuck? Goldberg just ran through Lesnar. And again, that run was a wee bit tainted with some injuries that Goldberg had, a bad match with Undertaker in Saudi. But it's all, again, the behind the scenes stuff. Goldberg, just the dedication that he has to his training. I've always liked his interviews. He seems like a fucking cool guy, and it was just my bias as a professional wrestling mark, as a snobby professional wrestling mark. I was like, Bill Goldberg. So much so that my good pal Miggy, who is going to join us, who was supposed to join us on this one, but I think we're going to do the SummerSlam recap instead. He gave me a Bill Goldberg poster, which I put up on my wall halfway ironically years ago. Now I very proudly have a giant Bill Goldberg from back in the day WCW poster on my wall as inspiration. I love Bill Goldberg, and I don't like Bret Hart. Do you want to talk about that fucking whiny Bret Hart, who has for the last 20 plus years blamed Goldberg for ending his career because he kicked him in the head? Look, I like stiff wrestling, which is, you know, it's not so much it is choreographed, it is predetermined, but you're kind of, they're laying it in, they're pulling their punches, but you know, it's a bit tough. It's roughhousing, and I like that form of wrestling, and that is what Goldberg does. Bret Hart is a whiny fucking bitch. This is all the stuff I want to get into with Miggy, because I think somebody else who likes Bret Hart would be better bouncing off of me, because I don't like Bret Hart. I think he's a very good tag team wrestler. As a main event guy, nah. I respect his style of wrestling, but he's a fucking moaner, and he just moans about Gold. He was in the wrestling for months after Goldberg kicked him, and he'd suck it up, Brett. Apparently he had a stroke after it. I don't know, fucking Brett screwed Brett. That's my opinion on Bret Hart. Fuck Bret Hart. But let's have a wee segment of Bill Goldberg's farewell, which was tainted in some controversy.
Every time I step in this ring, it's with every one of you with me.
Thank you, Bill.
All these kids.
Me too, I'm not a kid.
It's the reason why I did what I did.
Thank you, Bill.
I grew up wanting to be a professional football player. I was lucky enough to play at the University of Georgia.
I think that's why a lot of people don't like Goldberg, because he was never a wrestling fan or anything like that. He just went into it because he's a big, bulky fucking monster. He was a football guy. And he just did go into wrestling for money, really. Can you blame him?
Go Dogs!
I love that Chuck Zito's there with him, Josh Barnett, Ernest Miller. Yeah, oh. DDP, my man.
And I was lucky enough to beat Hogan in front of 45,000 of y'all.
Yeah.
Georgia Dome.
But Chuck Zito, legendary, one of the toughest cunts in the history of the world, is in the ring standing next to Bill Goldberg.
I couldn't have done it without you.
Thank you,
and
Bill.
every one of you.
Well, that segment there get cut. The people are saying it's you know, disrespectful and stuff like that, and I think it is a wee bit. It's a wee bit. He's a WCW guy, we get it, but he did a lot for professional wrestling. He brought a lot of eyes to it. He still gets a huge pop when he's there. People love seeing him. It's the nostalgia thing as well, but he deserved a bit of a fucking decent farewell rather than the mic getting... Well, the mic didn't get cut, it just kind of faded out in the show. Maybe it's because it was on terrestrial television in America, and we got it on YouTube here. But, you know, they have time slots. They have allocated time slots. Maybe have Goldberg have a 15-minute match with Gunther, which was a very good match, by the way. Maybe have him have a 5-minute match. I thought he was going to run through Gunther, win the belt, and then have it cashed in on him. But no, they had a very good match. I really enjoyed it, actually. Goldberg get beat. That's what happens with these old guys. That's the right thing to do, is you go out on your sword. You fucking dive your boots on. You finish your career with a loss, pass the baton to the next guy. Gunther, who I'm a big fan of as well. So it was a very good match, but maybe you shorten the match a wee bit and give him more mic time. These are all timed out for television, and they kind of cut his speech a little bit short. And old Bill took it as some disrespect, so he did, because he went on to the Ariel Helwani show and decided to talk about it a wee bit.
Can I ask, and perhaps shoot straight with you, Bill? It feels like you're battling like mixed emotions here about everything. That it's something that you're not quite sure how to feel about in the immediate aftermath. Is that accurate?
Let's just say I'm pissed off at the way I went out. You know, I mean, because I put so much into it, and I don't feel as though the effort was reciprocated to put a stamp on, what I accomplished. I'm not going to say that I'm not ecstatic about the opportunity that I got, but I was a WCW guy, man. I was. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think it could have been done a little bit differently. That's all. And I'm happy with my performance. I'm happy with, the setting, but could it have been better? Absolutely. It can always be better.
And I know you mentioned this 2-week thing, but I'd be remiss if I don't ask, what specifically could have been done differently? Could you tell us that?
Well, there's about 100 things. I mean, I did 3 interviews beforehand. Ariel, I did 3, right? In 6 months. It's just, they cut me off 30 seconds into my speech, bro. I mean, you don't do that. But, it's all good. It's all good.
Do you think that was their call or the network's call?
I think it doesn't matter because it's live television and you can plan for it.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. That's all. So, and I know it is what it is, and you know the match might have gone long, and this and that, and whatever it is. But you know, I just think that it could have been it could have been a little classier prepared than it was, and I'll just say, and that's a mild understatement. I just, yeah, man, come on.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I understand what he's saying. They only had a couple of interviews, and he's wanting Mary a build up to his retirement. I think the problem that Goldberg has is that he's used to being the guy. I heard him saying briefly in something else that I think it was that same interview actually, where the fact that it was for the heavyweight belt didn't matter to him. He's always been in heavyweight title fights, and I get that. He's used to being the centerpiece, the main attraction. And this was like we're just saying farewell to you now. And it may be a mindset thing where he's just like, yeah, he's gone out, and his role there is to make Gunther look amazing. And Gunther retires Bill Goldberg and goes on, and it gives Gunther a bit more a kind of cachet and sends Bill off as well as they could have. But I see his point a wee bit too. I do see his point a wee bit too. He also said they wouldn't do that to Taker or Cena. Dude, I love you, but you're no Taker or Cena. You're not of the manner born in WWE. You're an outsider still. But I did feel a wee bit bad. But hey, WWE put his full segment up on YouTube. You can watch it. It's got over 1 million+ views. I thought it was a decent send-off to him. It's far better than a lot of guys got. I don't think Bret Hart got that. He's in the Hall of Fame 3 times. Can you fucking believe it? Bret Hart's in the Hall of Fame 3 times. But Goldberg's in. Goldberg is in the Hall of Fame. Good for him. I'm a fan. I'm a big fan of Bill Goldberg. And like I say, I watched a lot of his training leading up to his final match. I thought he gave a great performance for what he does as a performer, because like there are different styles of wrestling, and I thought he gave a great showing of his abilities, especially at his age, fucking 58 years old, looking incredible, looking like Bill Goldberg. That's a very difficult thing to do. He still looks like the monster that he was. He's a little bit older, but he's jacked as fuck, got a 6-pack. I mean, come on. It's so hard to keep that kind of physique up. And to get to 58 and no look like a shadow of your former self, look like the monster you used to be. I wish there was a wee bit more of a build up to it. Aye, a wee bit more interviews, a couple more run-ins, a couple of more kind of things with Gunther. Like maybe give it a couple of months, have it be a much bigger thing, put it on a pay-per-view rather than it be a Saturday night's main event. Because Saturday night's main event, as we know, was an old school WWF pay-per-view. Well, it was a replacement for Saturday Night Live, so it was a terrestrial television show back in the day, but it is an old school iconic WWF event. They should have, maybe, because they brought back a few WCW pay-per-views, but I think they're mostly NXT, aren't they? Bring one of them back, make a Halloween Havoc and have him retire in that. I guess, I don't know what the fuck he was expecting. It is what it is. He done great. I'm happy with the send-off as a Goldberg fan. I'll continue to be a fan, and I thought it was good. So, Bill Goldberg, if you ever listen to this, I love you. Happy retirement. I can't wait to see what he does next. So, all right, all good, Bill Goldberg, all good.
Yes, sir. Hi, I'd like some breakfast. We stopped serving breakfast. I know you stopped serving breakfast, Rick. Sheila told me you stopped serving breakfast. Why am I calling you by your first names? I don't even know who you are. I still call my boss Mister. I worked for him for 7.5 years, but I walk in here all of a sudden, total stranger, and I'm calling you Rick and Sheila like we're in some kind of AA meeting. I don't want to be your buddy, Rick. I just want a little breakfast.
Well, you can call me Miss Folsom if you want to.
Sheila, we stopped serving breakfast at 11:30. Rick, have you ever heard the expression, the customer is always right? Yeah. Yeah, well, here I am, the customer. That's not our policy. You have to order something from the lunch menu.
Boy, could punch Rick in the fucking mouth.
I don't want lunch. I want breakfast. Yeah, well, hey, I'm really sorry. Yeah. hey, I'm really sorry, too.
Oh, how many times you want to do that in a fucking fast food
Calm
place?
down, everybody. Sit down over there. Hey.
Mister. Where are you going? No. You sit down there and you finish your lunch. Come on. Everybody just relax and take it easy. Come on. Why don't you eat your lunch, please? Eat your lunch. You all need your vitamins A's and B's and... It's an accident. The trigger, it's sensitive. It's okay. It's all right. It's a sensitive trigger. Rick, could I have my breakfast, please?
Yes, sir. Sheila?
Rick, Miss Folsom?
Yes, sir.
Yes?
You know what? You were right. I think I've changed my mind. I'm gonna have some lunch. Could I have a double whammy burger with cheese? You getting this?
Yes, sir.
And an order of whammy fries. And, let me see, a chocolate wham shake.
Yes, sir. Sheila, get his order.
Rick, could you get it for me, please? I feel more comfortable now calling you Rick after all we've been through together.
Happy retirement to Mr. Michael Douglas. Here is a quote from the great man himself, 80 years old. He says, I have not worked since 2022 purposefully because I realised I had to stop. I'd been working pretty hard for almost 60 years and I did not want to be one of those people who drop dead on the set. I have no real intentions of going back. I say I'm not retired because if something special came up, I'd go back. But otherwise, no. Oh, that's a sad one, because my God, what a great actor Michael Douglas is. 80 years old though, I mean, you can't argue with the guy, and he leaves behind a legacy of just incredible work, not just as an actor, but as a producer as well. I want to kind of run down some of his producer credits that he's got, because I don't know if people fucking realise, he produced One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. The classic, iconic film One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Originally, his dad, Kirk Douglas, played R.P. McMurphy on the stage show, and I believe Kirk Douglas was trying to play the part in the film, but he aged it. He was too old for it. I mean, it's a fucking classic, right? He produced The China Syndrome, Romancing the Stone. Come on, man. Remember those fucking movies? There was like, I guess, Indiana Jones kind of knockoffs, but they were fucking fun. They were so much fun. Stallone was originally meant to play that part, by the way. He was an executive producer on Starman. John Carpenter's Starman. Produced Flatliners. He was a co-producer apparently on Double Impact. The Van Damme movie. I didn't know that until right this fucking second. Of course, Ghost in the Darkness, executive producer on Face Off, producer on The Rainmaker. Now we're getting into the 2000s now. The Sentinel was a film that he was in. But as an actor, come on, man. He had a run, just astonishing work. Let's see where it starts now. Of course, he first came to prominence in The Streets of San Francisco, 70s TV show with Carol Malden. My dad was a huge fan of that. I remember seeing them in like reruns and stuff, and a great cop show for the 70s. But then moved into leading man territory. Obviously, comes from a great lineage, Kirk Douglas's son, but he very quickly stepped out of the shadow of his dad, taking one of the leads in The China Syndrome. About a reporter finds a cover-up and safety hazards in a nuclear power plant with Jane Fonda, old fucking Hanoi Jane, to the great Jack Lemmon. That was a great film. I've not seen that in so fucking long. But he did The Star Chamber, Romancing the Stone, Jewel of the Nile right after that. Fatal Attraction, listen to this. This is a run, right? Fatal Attraction, Wall Street, Black Rain, War of the Roses. Come on. Do you remember War of the Roses, directed by Danny DeVito? Brought back the Romancing the Stone group with him, Kathleen Turner, back in the day, fucking smoke show, and Danny DeVito, who directed that. One of the greatest comedies. It is a comedy, but a warring couple going through a divorce. Let me just piss on the fish.
Some of the dishes tonight are new. Some I've no doubt made for you before. But they are all my favorite dishes, as you are all my favorite clients.
Of course, a very well-to-do couple having a big dinner party and going through a divorce right now. And he just turns up pissed drunk.
Well, I guess I better not sit too close to anybody because I have a bit of a cold. Ah, flu!
He's sneezing out of the good food. Oh. Oh, he's embarrassing him in fucking front of all our hoity-toity pals. Oh, he threw his hanky in the punch bowl.
Piss on the fish.
Oh, what a fucking great movie, man. And right after that, he did, Black Rain. Come on, man. Ridley Scott doing his best Tony impersonation. What a fucking class film. Andy Garcia. I mean, you'd never really seen anything that looked like that before. It was like an American 80s cop action film, all set in Japan. Fucking phenomenal movie. Shining Through, I don't remember. It was Melanie Griffith. I know I've seen it, but no anything too memorable. Basic Instinct. You say what you want about it, exploitative. It is of its time. A class fucking erotic thriller. He done the kind of things better than anybody. Then he did Falling Down, Disclosure with Demi Moore. American President was great as well. It was a great comedy. Who was it that fucking made that again? It was Rob Reiner. Oh, fuck me. Blech. The Ghost in the Darkness with Val Kilmer. The Game, Fincher. That is overlooked. What a great twisty, turny, whodunit kind of thriller. Is that really a whodunit? It's like you're constantly discovering new shit through his eyes as this stressed out, high-powered executive guy going through really a game to make his life more exciting, but you think, how real is it? What the fuck is going on? What a film that is, man. Perfect Murder, the old Hitchcock Dial M for Murder remake, I thought was fantastic. Wonder Boys, Curtis Hanson. I mean, that's one of his best performances. Could it be his best movie? Let's see. He's an English professor who tries to deal with his wife leaving him, the arrival of his editor who has been waiting on his book for 7 years, and the various problems with his friends and associates. He's an aging writer who was successful before, and he's trying to get this book made, and he's got a young protege, Tobey Maguire, who he sees talent in. Robert Downey Jr. is phenomenal in it. What a fucking great movie. And Traffic's probably my favourite. Steven Soderbergh, the drug cartels. He's a judge. He's appointed by the president to spearhead the American escalating war against drugs, only to discover his teenage daughter is a crack addict. A great, how would you describe that? Like a kind of mosaic blanket of all these different intertwining stories of the drug trade in America. It runs the entire gamut for the cartels right to suburban white neighbourhood. What a fucking classic movie that is. Don't say a word. Cracking thriller. He had a good wee run in the mid-2000s as well. He came back with Wall Street, Money Never Sleeps. Very underrated sequel. I enjoyed it a lot. I thought it was very good. Haywire he was in, again with Soderbergh. Behind the Candelabra, where he played Liberace. I mean, that's a fucking class film. That is fantastic. Him, the makeup. I mean, you never thought to yourself that he could transform into Liberace. Michael Douglas is just this cool leading man guy. You know, he's playing this really gay performance artist with a young boyfriend, Matt Damon. That is a fucking great film. Great performance because he did Ant-Man and, you know, he's kind of did all that shit. I never seen the Kaminsky Method, but when you think about iconic parts, it's got to be Wall Street. It's got to be Wall Street. As obvious as it sounds, it doesn't get much better.
The new law of evolution in corporate America seems to be survival of the unfittest. Well, in my book, you either do it right or you get eliminated. In the last 7 deals that I've been involved with, there were 2.5 million stockholders who have made a pre-tax profit of $12 billion. Thank you. I am not a destroyer of companies. I am a liberator of them. The point is, ladies and gentlemen, that greed, for lack of a better word, is good. Greed is right. Greed works. Greed clarifies, cuts through, and captures the essence of the evolutionary spirit. Greed in all of its forms. Greed for life, for money, for love, knowledge, has marked the upward surge of mankind, and greed, you mark my words, will not only save Teldar Paper, but that other malfunctioning corporation called the USA. Thank you very much.
It's such a great examination for Oliver Stone of big business, corporate America, consumerism, capitalism, all encapsulated in that one character of Gordon Gekko. Just perfectly played by Michael Douglas. Astonishing performance. And of course, I mean, his personal life. The guy overcame stage 4 throat cancer because he ate too much fucking box. Good for him, man. Eating all that fanny. Look at his wife, Catherine Zeta-Jones, from back in the day. What man wouldn't take that fucking gamble? So there we go. Lovely little tribute to the great Michael Douglas. He will be missed. Who's to know? He could come back like his old man. His old man was acting well in his fucking 90s. Can you imagine he would come back and give one last great performance for like a Scorsese? Never worked with him. Can you imagine that? Just one more. He said himself it's not off the table, but you know, I get it. He doesn't want to come back and take Ant-Man fucking 12. Good for him. Good for him. Michael Douglas, enjoy your retirement. We salute you, sir.
I can't hear the song because you're singing over it like a genius.
End of the show, guys. Thank you. Thank you ever so much. A small announcement to make. We will be taking a little sabbatical here at Nothing Pod Towers to do some remodeling. 2 weeks, maybe at a push 3. We will be back stronger, bigger than ever. In keeping with our old man episode, Neil Young. Let's talk a wee bit about Neil Young. Not a fan. Not a fan of the fucking fat, whiny hippie. Never was really, but this song fits. I tried to bring some new music to the show, and now I think maybe it's best to pick something that encapsulates what we have been talking about. So let's hit it with Old Man Now. This was very prominently featured in the fantastic Wonder Boys, Michael Douglas. Enjoy your retirement once again, sir. And more importantly, Expendables 3. Where the young Expendables sang this in karaoke to the older guys. So without further ado, hit it, Neely Boy. That's not whiny cunt. Oh man, look at my life. I'm a lot like you were. The music's good. Alright. Oh man, look at my life. 24 and there's so much more. Live alone in a paradise that makes me think of two. Love lost such a cost. Give me things that don't get lost. Like a coin that won't get tossed. Rolling home to you. We bit more? Nah, we bit more. Oh man, take a look at my life. I'm a lot like you. I need someone to love me the whole day through. Oh, one look in my eyes, I can tell that it's true. Lovely people, thank you so much, and we will see you soon.